Welcome to another episode of the Bullshit Show. I'm Dad. That's Nathan. I don't know, Anchor Baby's around here somewhere. She'll make an appearance. Let's see. First topic. Let's see. Today's Wednesday. We're a day late. Sorry. We've had things to do. Runaway Blimp. What the hell is up with this? I'm concerned. There's a blimp ravaging the east coast of the United States, and nobody seems to be doing anything about it. The government's supposed to protect us from North Korean missiles and Iranian missiles, and yet they can't seem to keep us safe from a blimp. Like my illustrious colleague here pointed out, that there were more F-16 scrambled for a blimp than there was for 9/11. But then again, you know my opinions on 9/11, and we won't get into that. But yeah, what's the deal? I mean, random rogue blimps. Oh well, Donald Trump is polling in as number 2 now in New Hampshire and Iowa. He doesn't like being in second place. What's interesting, I think, is what's finally happening is that people over the last couple of months have actually sat down and listened to what he was saying, listened to his policies, which there really aren't that many of them, other than we're going to get rid of Mexicans, and have decided that he's really kind of a dick, and people are reacting likewise. But the thing is, they seem to be flocking to Ben Carson, who's really a douchebag too. The guy has the personality of a piece of driftwood. He puts me to sleep just to listen to him. He's a snooze fest.
I am in second place.
Yeah, I'm now in first. What a bore fest. I mean, all the Republicans are dicks. I mean, fortunately, Bush, I think, is finally getting what he deserves, which is distant 5th place, because people are realizing that he is, in fact, the boogeyman.
And as we're filming this, the third debate.
Yes, as we're shooting this, the second Republican presidential debate. Well, it's the third debate, but it's the second Republican debate.
No, it's the third Republican.
No.
Fox, CNN, and...
CNN was Democrats.
No, they had 2.
Oh, I don't believe you.
They had 2.
Whatever, I'm not going to argue about it. They're having another debate tonight, which, as soon as we're done shooting this, I'll probably go watch, just for comic relief. I don't know. I hate to think that Marco Rubio is the best they can come up with, because those of us in Florida know what a deke he is. So, I don't know, maybe Trump can relight his fire. We'll see. Let's see what's going on in the world. One of my viewers in Auckland, New Zealand suggested I talk about what's going on in China and their ever-expanding islands. This is an interesting topic, because not many Americans pay much attention to it, except for the fact that an American warship sailed too close to one this weekend, and the American ambassador was summoned to the Chinese embassy and was told, "Don't do it again." Here's the way it works, folks. China is building islands. They're reclaiming islands. Basically, they're lowering the water levels and scraping the sand off and creating coral reefs and turning them into islands on which they're putting airstrips and military. They claim they're not putting any military installations on them. We know from satellite pictures that that's not true. Here's the way maritime law works. Maritime law states that if you have territory, you are allowed to occupy 12 nautical miles around that territory. Okay? That becomes your property. So I think what China is thinking is if they put strategically located islands throughout the South China Sea, that they can then say, well, everything that's within 12 miles of that is now ours. If you read it closely, the maritime law, it doesn't include reclaimed islands. So China, you're barking up the wrong tree on this one. But it's an interesting concept, and it'll be interesting to see where that plays out, because if World War III doesn't hatch in the Mideast, like everybody seems to think it's going to, including me, it's going to hatch in the South China Sea. Because that's a tinderbox waiting to happen. You got a lot of people with a lot of weapons looking at a very small area. So keep an eye on that one. And to you, those of you in New Zealand, g'day. South Carolina and the school beating, or whatever you want to call it. What do they call it now? An aggressive arrest, I think is what they're calling it now. Look, I suppose I got to take a side on this one. I really can't. The little bitch shouldn't have been mouthing off to the cop in the first place, so she pretty much deserved what she got. But then again, the cop shouldn't have been a dick. He should have handled it a little bit more professionally. I mean, he had to realize that there were people sitting in there with cell phone cameras. I mean, come on. He got fired this afternoon, and deservedly so. It was a poor choice on his part. Why didn't he just tase her? It wouldn't have been more self-contained. She would have flopped out of the seat like a fish, and he could have picked her up off the floor. I don't know. That's really a mess. There's just, what was a cop doing in the classroom in the first place? There shouldn't have been a cop dealing with what was clearly a disciplinary problem that the teacher should have been handling. But then again, if the teacher would have picked the student up and threw her to the floor, all hell would have broke loose. And there have been lawsuits coming out of the woodwork. So, excuse me. So I don't know. I really, if I have to take sides on this one, I have to take kind of a neutral side because they were both in the wrong. She shouldn't have been acting like a little bitch, and but then again, he should have acted like a dick in the first place. So let's see. Last night, Tuesday night, was the premiere on CBS of the new what they think will be a series.
It was Monday.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Monday night of this new series, Supergirl, the Superman ripoff. Not really ripoff, but the continuation. Therefore, she's apparently Superman's cousin, and he kind of makes an appearance in the show. It's a shadowy figure. You don't really see him. What's interesting is that in the flashback sequences, her adoptive father is actually played by Dean Cain, who played Superman on the long-lived series Smallville. So, a little trivia for all of you Superman fans. I'm sad to say it was not a very good show. I can't remember her name, the lead actress. She's cute. She's definitely cute, and she's got potential.
But one thing you agree with Jeb Bush on?
Yeah, one thing I do agree with Jeb Bush is that she's hot, and she is. She is hot. What really isn't hot is the special effects in that show are terrible. For some reason, they feel it's necessary whenever they show her flying to put water droplets all over the lens of the camera and make the lens all distorted and look like crap. Maybe once when she was flying over water that made sense, but when she's flying over dry land, I don't understand that. What's just bad special effects? Which the rest of the effects in the show, the mechanical effects and everything, are all pretty good. And the show has got a nice sense of humor to it. It's very kind of tongue-in-cheek. And Callista Flockhart, it's good to see her again. She hasn't really aged a day since her Ally McBeal days. So she's a welcome sense of relief to the show. So really, I think if they took the Supergirl element out of the show and just made the show about this struggling intern working for this bitch mogul, it'd be a funny show. I don't think it really needs the whole Supergirl angle, but so I don't know. Well, it's one of those shows that I think it's either going to get its stride in the next couple of episodes, or it's going to be gone. Don't be surprised if it disappears in the next couple of weeks. Let's see. We already talked about the blimp. Anything else that we need to talk about? We're going to try to keep this show short because I've been a little long-winded lately. Nathan, you got any rants to go on about?
For once, not really.
No, he doesn't have any rants. I haven't had any Taco Bell ghost pepper loaded grillers in a while. A lot of cash, man. People send me some money so I can get some Taco Bell loaded grillers, and then I'll review them on the show and eat them for you and show you how my eyes water when I eat them.
I guess.
Please send me money.
I guess since we got nothing else to talk about, Dad, how have you been?
I've been fine. I've been a little sick this week. I've got an ear infection, which is painful and causes me to be dizzy. It gives me an upset stomach, which I haven't really been craving ghost pepper loaded grillers. Although I'm thinking the heat from that might cure my ear infection. So send me money so I can buy ghost pepper loaded grillers. I'll send you one too. We can share them. And and my Twizzlers. I want to know where my Twizzlers are. I still want to know where my Twizzlers are. Where did you go, Biatch? I want my Twizzlers. Email me and I'll tell you how to send me Twizzlers. Geez, I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
Anchor Baby apparently is not going to make an appearance in this show because she's being a poop. And
here's another topic for you. Real quick.
One more topic before we go.
Place where we live.
Oh yeah, another shooting tonight.
Yeah.
We're sitting there watching the news and suddenly we hear BANG!
And then 2 police vehicles arrive.
Yeah, we look up on the police website. Sure enough, shooting at our address. So this is getting to be sort of a weekly or at least monthly event.
So, how do you think we should stop those?
Well, just say no. You know, I think if we made guns illegal, that wouldn't happen.
Okay.
God, I sound like a Democrat. No, it's going to happen. If we can keep scumbags out of living in this apartment complex, maybe that'll happen. But we're surrounded by scumbags in this town, so I don't think it's going to happen. I think we need to move. That's the solution. So send me money so I can move. Just send me money. I don't care. I'll use it for something. Anyways, to all the viewers in England, all my viewers in Australia and New Zealand, apparently this show reaches around the world, so that's kind of cool. Let me know where you live and tell me about your town. So until next time,
leave us comments for the response.
Yeah, make sure you leave us lots of comments because we'll probably do a comment response show sometime this weekend, and I need lots of comments. Although I did get lots of good comments on the last video, so thank you. Keep them coming, and if you got any topics you want me to discuss, if it's a slow news day like it is today, bring up some topics, and we'll take it from there. So until next time, folks. Hey, dudes!